Hello students, today let's see a sum which is related with the last classes, that is how revaluation account will be made and other adjustments will be made with regard to admission of partner. So let's see what is the sum. So A and B are partners and they share profit in the proportion of 3/4 and 1/4, that is 3:1. Their balance sheet is given, sundry creditors is there, capitals are given, and cash, bills receivable, sundry debtors, stock, furniture and buildings are given. Again, what are the adjustments? So on 1st January 2017, C was taken into partnership by 1/5 share of the firm. So following terms will be followed. C will pay rupees 10,000 as his capital and 5,000 for goodwill, and half of the amount of goodwill is to be withdrawn by A and B. Stock and furniture are to be reduced by 10% and 5% provision for doubtful debts is to be created on sundry debtors and bills receivable. Liability of 1,000, land and building have to be appreciated by 20%, and liability of rupees 1,000 is to be created for a claim for damages against the firm. An item of 650 included in the sundry creditors is not likely to be claimed and therefore be written off. So necessary ledger accounts and the balance sheet has to be drawn. So let's see the solution. So you can see first revaluation account is made and here we will make the entries. Now as you know, I have already taught journal entries, so you know how to do it. So first is in the revaluation item is stock and furniture are to be reduced by 10%. That means stock and furniture value will go down. Now you know the assets have always debit balance, stock and furniture are having debit balance. So if we want to reduce it, if we want to decrease the value of it, then we have to credit stock and furniture. So revaluation account will be debited. So the entry will be revaluation account debit to stock and to furniture. So let's see what are the amounts. So 10% of stock 20,000, so 2,000, and 10% of 1,000, that is rupees 100. So 2 stock and 2 furniture are given in the debit side of the revaluation account. Now second term was provision for doubtful debts is to be created on sundry debtors and bills receivable. Now what is provision? You already know provision is a liability. So when liability is to be increased, here no provision was there, now a liability has to be created. So liability will increase. Now if liability increases, as liabilities have credit balance, we have to credit them. Now if we want to credit it, then we have to debit the revaluation account. So its entry will be revaluation account debit to provision for doubtful debts on debtors and as well as bills receivable. So here at once you can write to provision for doubtful debts 5% on debtors and 5% on bills receivable. That will come to 950. Now a liability for damage was to be created, so liability will increase, so it will appear in the debit side of the revaluation account. So liability for damages will be 1,000 in the debit side. Again, land and building has to be appreciated by 20%. Appreciation means increasing the value. So land and building was 25,000. Now 20% of 25,000 will increase. So land and building will be debited as we have to increase the value of land and building, and revaluation account will be credited. Again by sundry creditors, that means sundry creditors value will decrease. 1,650 will not be claimed, so sundry creditors will decrease. So we have to debit the sundry creditor and credit the revaluation account. So in this way we will make the revaluation account. Now we will decide whether it is a profit or loss. So if credit side is more than debit side, that means it is profit. So clearly here the debit side is less than credit side, so the balance will come to 1,600. Now that profit on revaluation, you already know, is distributed in the old ratio since new partner is not yet admitted. So 3/4 of 1,600, that is 1,200, will go to A's capital and 400 will go to B's capital. Now let's see what will be the effects on partner capital account. So partner's capital account will be by balance BD. Now you can see that 30,000 and 16,000 was the balance. So 30,000 and 60,000 will appear as by balance BD. Again, profit on revaluation will be transferred to credit of the capital account. If there is a loss on revaluation, then it will be transferred to the debit of the partner's capital account. Here, since profit is there, so in A's column there will be 1200 and B's column there will be 400. Now premium for goodwill. For premium of goodwill, you have to make a note like, since the new ratio is not changing, so it is supposed that sacrificing ratio will be equal to the old profit sharing ratio. So 3:1. So premium for goodwill which was brought by C was rupees 5,000. Now this 5,000 will be distributed between A and B in the old, that is sacrificing ratio, and old ratio are the same here. So sacrificing ratio. So 3:1 it is distributed. Now new partner comes with 10,000 as a share to capital. So by bank 10,000 will be credited to C's account. So bank account debit to C's capital. So bank will increase, here C's capital will also come into picture. Now half of the goodwill's money will be withdrawn. So the total goodwill was 5,000. So half of 2,500 will be withdrawn by A and B, and in that 2,500 again in 3:1 ratio it will be distributed. So 1,875 will be drawn by A and 625 will be withdrawn by B. Now we will balance this and we will get finally the balance CD, that means closing balance of capital accounts. So after balancing we will get this amount 33,075, 17,025, and C's capital will be 10,000. Now let's see what will be the effect on bank account. So bank, since money is coming again, it's being withdrawn, so bank account you have to make and you have to enter it in the balance sheet. So bank account has to be created. So bank account, in bank account 2,500 is coming as premium for goodwill. So 2,500 will be entered only because 2,500 was withdrawn by A and B. So only 2,500 will be credited. Again we can do we can do alternative also, that we are entering the full amount 5,000, and then again in debit side we are entering to A's capital to B's capital the same amount. So it will be withdrawn like 1,875 and 625. So 2,500. So ultimate effect will be that bank account will be increased by only 2,500. Again to balance BD will be written whatever the opening balance was given in the balance sheet, that is 22,500. So it will appear here, this balance 22,500. Again C is bringing 10,000. So here in the debit it will be to C capital account. We have already entered it here also, 10,000 rupees. Again to premium for goodwill was brought 5,000. So 5,000 we will enter here. So in this way when we will balance, we will get by balance CD, positive balance. 35,000 will be the closing bank balance. Now we can make the balance sheet. Now while making balance sheet you have to take care that all the revaluated figures will appear in the balance sheet, new balance sheet. So land and building, earlier the value was 25,000, appreciation was 20%, that is 5,000. So the total value now will be 30,000. Furniture will be furniture value will be devalued, so it will now 900. Stock is 2,000 less by the elder figure, so 18,000 will be the final stock. Sundry debtors 5% provision will be subtracted. So here what they have done, they have subtracted the whole amount from the provision for from sundry debtors only. Since when a bill is dishonored, then only there is a risk of losing money of it. Otherwise bills receivable are for sure, they are supposed to be paid. So all the amount have been subtracted from sundry debtors only. And cash at bank, new figure 35,000 will be entered here. Again in liabilities, Whatever liabilities are created, you have to enter. Capital closing balance we are getting from the capital account, and sundry creditors we are getting from the older balance sheet, 41,500 minus the liabilities which was not supposed to be paid, 650 will be subtracted from it. Again, liability for damages has been created of 1,000, so it will appear. Ultimately, the balance sheet will match. So in this way it is made. I have explained it through already solved problem, because there is a lot of problems in making video, and it also consumes more of your data also. So next day I am moving to the fourth part, and this part will be revised again when there will be full-fledged sums of admission, because in every sum, generally all sums, we have to make revaluation account. So at that time also you will be able to revise it, that how revaluation profits will be treated in accounts. Thanks for them.